show you how to turn your Forex trading strategy into a Forex robot, because obviously we don't want to stay in front of the computer all day long. I used to and I enjoyed it. It was really cool to trade the market, scalp, watch the news. But that was like 10 years ago. After that, I got a little bit tired of it, and at one moment I really didn't want to spend any time in front of the computer because I want to spend more time with my kids now. And for me personally, I do my best to automate my trading as much as possible. And I will give you an example. In my FTMO challenges, I use robots and I use manual trading. For example, right in here on this 200k challenge, I have a robot that recently opened. Actually, it was just a few minutes ago. There was a signal for a long trade and it opened a long trade that is currently on a profit. And I know that many of you are waiting for that robot, but I don't want to include it in my FTMO course until I pass a few challenges and it proves to me that it is a decent robot. But what I want to show you is the setup that I had right after London market open, that is at 10 a.m. my time. And usually I wait for this first move and then I'm using the 20 moving average to enter a few times, but I have to be in front of the computer and watch for it. And my strategy is that whenever the price breaks below and then it breaks the moving average upwards again, I would enter at the opening of the next candlestick. I would put a stop loss with 15 pips below. So if my entry was at 177.68, let me just zoom it so you can see a little bit better. Here it is. If I enter at 177.68, in this case the stop loss would be at 177.53 in here. And then my take profit would be 30 pips higher, or that is at 177.98. Right in here, I'll just change it to green because it is the take profit. I'll click on OK and you will see that a little bit later the price reached the take profit, and actually there were a few more entries if you look at the chart. However, I have to be in front of the computer to look at the price, to follow the moving averages, and I can afford nowadays to do that just 1 or 2 hours per day, which obviously is not enough. That is why I used EI Studio from EI Trading Academy, and with this online app I can build the strategy and see exactly what would be the outcome. With the example I showed to you, I want to have the entry where the bar opens above moving average after opening below it. I will click on accept and I will not only see that this is a losing strategy, but once I make it profitable, I can export it as a ready-to-use robot without programming skills, which is the super cool thing about this app. As well, I will add the stop loss. As I said, I'm using stop loss of 15 pips and I'm using take profit of 30 pips. I will click on accept, again a losing strategy. As an exit, initially I want to use do not exit, which means that I won't be using indicator for exit. As you can see that this strategy was actually profitable for some time, but recently it's losing. And from my experience, I know why that is. It is because with one indicator on M1 chart, I cannot expect really to have a profitable strategy. So what I did, I went to the generator and I have selected the symbol, the time period. I have set the stop loss and the take profit I want to have. And then I went to preset indicators and I added the moving average with the same rule for opening condition. Then I generated strategies using this stop loss, take profit and this moving average as an entry rule. And the app showed me which additional indicators will make the strategy profitable. And you can see that it already generates strategies, but if I stop it, I'll show you that in the collection I have a few strategies, actually 48, that's not a few, but the top one that I generated before recording the video uses the moving average and it added the ATR. With the rule, ATR crosses the level line upwards, and as well there is standard deviation period of 13.0007 as a level, and that's the exit indicator. So the moving average and the average range should confirm each other for the trade to be open. And as well, I have not just the stop loss and a take profit, but I have an exit condition, which is the standard deviation. The rule here is that the standard deviation crosses the level line upward. If you click on the indicator chart, you will see exactly where the trades are being open and why. So here we have a long trade, here we have a short trade. If I press Ctrl and left arrow, I will see the previous long trade that actually met the take profit over here. So in this way, if you have a strategy, you can set the entry rules. You will see if it is a losing or profitable one. If it is a losing one, then you can add additional indicators or use the generator with the preset option. At EI Studio, we'll find various combinations of entry and exit rules, and you will see plenty of profitable strategies. You can see with this one, EI Studio added 3 more entry indicators that should confirm each other in order to have a profitable strategy. However, once I'm happy with the strategy, I usually export it for MetaTrader 4 and for MetaTrader 5. And then the one I like, I'll put on a demo account to test what I do. I go to Open Data folder, MQL5 Experts, and I will paste it in here. Once I refresh the Expert Advisor tab, it will display below. I will open a new chart window. I will double click on it, and then I can see the inputs. I can decide with how much I want to trade it, or if I want to change any of the inputs, and I will click on OK. The EA is attached on the chart, and I can actually test this EA on a live environment. And of course, if you want to have a realistic test, you need to test the EA on a regulated and trusty broker such as the Fxview, which is the broker I'm using to test EAs on the lower time frames like M1, because they offer extremely low spread for euro, dollar and the major currency pairs. You can see that the spread is just about 1 to 2 points. Just before recording that video, we had some hot economic news. If I show you the calendar, you'd see that today we had very important economic news in the US, but still the spread is low, which makes it really suitable for algorithmic trading. More when you are trading with expert advisors on MetaTrader, you need to make sure that you have constant connection with the server of your broker, or you're not turning off your PC, not leaving your laptop to sleep, because this will disconnect the server with your broker and the EIS will stop working. A good solution is a VPS, and Fxview offers a free VPS if you open an account, and if you are a client not from EU, there are more bonuses like welcome bonus up to 100%, and I'll leave a link down below in the description so you can check all of their promotions. Now I will leave this EA on the MetaTrader with Fxview. Actually, I have to switch to the M1 time frame because I created this strategy particularly for M1, and I have used it a few times on challenges, and I have used EI Studio multiple times to find which additional indicators I can add to my strategies to make them work better. Because if you're looking just at the chart and you follow the indicators, it's really misleading that you will find the best entry for any strategy. this example that I had from this morning with Euro New Zealand, it worked really well, but you can see that, for example, with the M1 robot that I'm testing, I have the envelopes, I have the MACD. This MACD actually is on a hard time frame, and I will let you know when this robot is ready and I update my FTMO course with it. If you haven't enrolled in the FTMO course, I'll leave a link down below in the description with a coupon for the lowest price possible, and I'm pretty sure that this course will help you pass challenges easier because it just helped so many traders already. Thank you guys so much for staying with me until the end of the video. It means so much. And as always, I will leave a link down below in the description so you can download this robot for free and test it on a demo account. Check this video on my site if you want to learn how to create strategies from scratch with AI Studio. If you're a complete beginner, I'll leave a link down below to the app so you can test it for free. Don't forget to trade safe, and as always, I love you and I will see you in the next video.